Hola, soy Jacobo, estoy en el 10º grado y quiero voy a El Salvador. Clearly I speak a little bit of Spanish, but just a little bit about myself. I really like school. It's kind of corny, but I really enjoy learning. Actually, it's one of my passions. Obviously, I have pretty high expectations of myself. Also, I really enjoy playing sports. So right now, I'm a varsity starter for baseball. I also play basketball and a little bit of football, but not too much anymore. But I really enjoy doing that type of stuff. I like to work out and run, get stronger. It's something I really enjoy. In my free time, I like to read. So that's just a little bit about myself. Why do I think I should be chosen for this trip? I feel like I embody the ideal good counsel student. I kind of do this in a couple of ways. One, through service. I do a lot of service, whether it's in the good counsel community, within my church community, or within just with my family. We do a lot of stuff because I feel like even myself alone, I can make a pretty big difference because I care so much. Another thing I could bring to the team is the leadership aspect. On the baseball team, all the kids, when they dap me up, they call me TC, which stands for team captain, because I kind of carry that mentality around, which I think is really important in terms of El Salvador and kind of participating in service, being a part of these things. I feel like really being a leader is very important in these. And last, I talked about passion a little bit earlier, but I feel like I'm really passionate about these issues. I'll talk about that a little bit later, but like I really care and I have an invested interest in myself to help to better the lives of these other people. So a little bit about how I got involved in this kind of application process. Originally, I was actually a skeptic of the program, so I overheard some teachers talking about how the El Salvador trip, they call it a vacation, kind of set their class back because so many kids were gone during that week, and I was kind of not supposed to be listening, but I kind of got the bad vibes from this. But about a month ago, I was in the baseball locker room talking about this conversation, and TJ Picotti, one of the alumni from last year, he kind of told me how the experience was a heart changing experience for him, which was kind of corny coming from him, but he kind of changed my views about it, and I heard it from a couple other people talking about how great of an experience this is. So now I'm actually really interested in participating. So a little bit how I about my first involvement in knowing of El Salvador. So in the 6th grade, a lot of kids were coming from Hispanic speaking countries to MCPS school systems, and one of them was placed in my history class. So my teacher originally paired me with him because I knew a little bit of Spanish at the time and I could help him through his work. And during the 2 months that he was in our class, I kind of talked to him a lot about what was going on and why he was here. And so he explained to me that his dad was in jail and his mom had used what little money she had to send him here to live with his uncle. And he told me how he kind of felt misguided in a certain sense. Obviously, I didn't really understand all the political and socioeconomic factors that kind of played into his struggle, I guess. But now that I understand them, I feel kind of obligated to help these people because obviously I'm more privileged than a lot of those people in El Salvador. And I feel like I, being someone who cares, can actually help them live a better life, live a happier life. So that was my first memory. My second memory was a little bit after Eduardo left. I started getting my haircut by a new person. This lady's name is Daisy, and I've been getting my haircut for her for the past 10 years. Um, she was born in El Salvador, and she moved here about 11 years ago, and she started cutting my hair. And her first original goal was to bring her family, the rest of her family, over to America, but she hasn't been able to do that because she hasn't been able to make enough money. So every summer she goes back and lives with her family for a couple months. And she always talks about how the political struggles and kind of the violence that occurs and how it bothers her and how it's such a privilege for her to be here in America. And kind of her struggle, you can tell that it really, really eats her up inside. Um, and that's kind of what bothers me and motivates me to want to be a part of this mission because I feel like I myself can make a difference. She was actually the one that taught me my first little bit of Spanish, so I kind of have a lot of respect for her in that way. But the main reason why I feel like I should be chosen is because I feel like I can make a big difference in the El Salvadoran community just because I care so much about them and I want to make a difference. So don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. This is my first video. Tell me if I should keep vlogging, and we'll look forward to the next video. Thanks.